So a woman needs to appreciate the value of resistance training. I'm deliberately saying resistance training and not lifting weights because they're not, I don't believe they're the same. I resistance train every day, and yet I don't lift weights. I lift my own body in various ways. So I just do body weight based exercises, but I do them at a very high tension and I go to fatigue. That's how we need to exercise in order to promote muscle growth. So that is the stimulus for the muscle growth. With menopause, I actually like the way you said it. There's an opportunity for her now that her body is her own. Where she doesn't have to worry about growing another baby in it, and she doesn't have to worry about nursing that baby. And so, as you noted, maybe now is an opportunity for her to get a little more aggressive. If she hadn't been for whatever reason, couple that with the fact that she also does not have this fat kind of hyperplastic stimulating effect of the estrogens. The opportunity here would be that with the loss of the estrogens, there's less of a stimulus to make fat cells. And indeed, her fat cell number will start to go down in around her 60s. That does happen in men and women. And I think if an adult can couple that with aggressive lifestyle intervention, then the opportunity is to, in fact, get leaner than they were before. Then now we couple it with not only with the stimulus for growth, but the fuel for the growth. And the fuel for the growth it's primarily just calories. Make sure that you're eating enough, but fat and protein are a uniquely favorable anabolic mix. Not only is the protein providing the building block, like the leucine you mentioned, these amino acids that we need for muscle growth, but the fat helps further with the energy, and it helps us digest and absorb protein better. When people have all heard of bile. Bile is something that's released into the intestines when we eat fat to help us digest fat better. Most people don't appreciate the fact that bile also facilitates protein digestion. And in the absence of bile, like if we're eating protein alone, we will not digest that protein as well. And we'll leave a lot of it in our intestines unabsorbed. We don't get to it. And so another reason why we should have the fat and the protein come together. And the timing of it isn't overly important. Another work of Dr. Stu Phillips is that a lot of people say, oh, you got to get your protein 1 hour after your workout. In reality, it's kind of like a big barn door. It's not a window. As long as you're just getting adequate protein in kind of a daily amount, then you're fine, or even multi-day amount, you're fine. You're getting enough. But I feel so strongly about this fact that protein and fat should come together that it was actually something I wanted to help people with. And so I worked with one of my brothers actually, and we created, I just feel compelled to mention it, a meal replacement shake. And it is a meal replacement, and it is built on fats and proteins. The best fats from nature, like ghee and coconut oil and olive oil, and the best proteins and collagen and some probiotics. So I basically wanted to take what I learned in the lab and everything we've been talking about. And so often I talk about these ideas and someone says, okay, great, Ben, thanks. Now what? And this is simply a way for people to make it easy. If they don't have time to plan and prepare a perfectly balanced meal, then they can just sort of get some of this shake on the go. And I won't say any more about it other than anyone who wants to learn more, go to a website called Get Health, and health is spelled HLTH, so GETHLTH.com. Not only can you see all my blog posts, including one I just released today about alcohol metabolism, but also just learn more about the shake, and if you're interested.